Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 100 and something. My camera's falling.
215.
215 of Millennial Movie Talk. Someone else take the reins here for a second.
Incredible.
Because
Thank you so
falling
much.
apart.
My camera.
Incredible. Alex was fiddling with a camera, and if you want to see Alex absolutely manhandle a microphone arm, head over to YouTube because it is great. I'm one of your hosts, Brayden. I'm joined as always by the wonderful Alex.
The light looks like I've got a stain on my jumper. Oh, maybe I just do.
Joined by
Wonderful Michael
Alex's torso.
and the wonderful Christian.
Hello.
Yep, this is a great start. You know what? This is a good start to this episode because I think we should really draw the attention to Alex at this point in time. And I hope, I can see that he's still listening because he's got his earphones in. So I want to preface this by saying, if you're not following Alex on Letterboxd, you definitely should, because sometimes you get an absolute cracker of a week where Alex has, for some reason, just watched heaps of stuff and he's gone. All right, cool. I'm glad that we've segued into this. Oh, all right, lads, how you doing? Are we doing all right?
I'm good. I just like the idea that you can follow along with Alex's mental health and how his life is going by looking at his letterbox.
Honestly. Yeah. Yeah, the
you start
letterbox
seeing
can
a bunch of dark
Michael,
disaster
what on
movies.
earth is that?
I don't know. Some random thing Gemma's mum got me for my birthday in addition to a voucher. It's just literally a stretchy dog.
It's a stretchy dog. Oh, is it like a little mini dash?
Yeah, but you can warp it into some weird shapes.
Oh, get creative with it. That's one long weenie.
Nope.
And he's
Good one.
back.
Not as long as mine. What?
So, Alex, we all need to know, are you okay?
I had a stain on my shirt.
Yes, we know
If
that.
you didn't hear him.
Yeah, that's adding to
But-
our concerns.
Where we were actually referring to example A, which was your recent Letterboxd account additions.
What's wrong with it?
Fill us in. What is on that
It's
list?
the most random assortment of things I've ever seen.
What do you mean?
I'll say, Brayden, if we're talking about things seen on Letterboxd, can I mention something that I haven't seen on Letterboxd for you?
Oh, yes, you can.
Yeah, what the fuck is it?
Yeah, come on.
I need to do it.
You got one more to watch.
I got to do Mission Impossible Fallout.
There's a forfeit, surely now.
I got to do it.
Surely
Alright,
there's a forfeit.
To make up for the fact that I haven't watched
No,
Fallout yet,
no.
I thought about this already. This week I will watch Fallout, and you guys can decide right now. You have to, you guys pick a movie, and I have to watch it.
Any movie.
Any movie, whatever it is.
Movie?
Well, it's just the
Any
biggest
movie.
Alex,
jump
which
scare
which
fuck
horror
fest.
movie has Brayden been most reluctant to watch? I think you would know.
I mean, what's a commentary that never happened that he's avoided doing?
Nah, I feel like Evil Dead. It's not. I feel like that's not scary. I feel like that's just.
I feel
gory.
like-
I need scary.
You can give him a jump scare movie and
Yeah.
he'll hate it.
It's
Yeah,
pure.
you
you
hate
hate
it for
jump
the
scare
fun
fuck
reasons.
fest. That's
Give
all
him
it
a
is.
horrific World War One movie
Yeah,
that he'll
gonna make
not
them
enjoy in a not fun way.
most
It's just
scare,
a really unenjoyable flick.
scariest. Or do we just make it a movie so long and so like
Oh,
like
God.
Ben-Hur, like make him.
What is Ben-Hur even about?
Exactly?
Ben-Hur.
We don't know. No one
It's in the
knows.
name.
No
But
one
it's 3.5
knows.
hours.
How long?
How long?
3.5 hours.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah, longest movie.
Oh, that's just a day in the office. Chris.
I can
That's-
list off a movie I watched this week longer than that.
Lawrence
Oh,
of
There
Arabia.
you go.
Jesus Christ.
Lawrence of Arabia.
And one that's close.
Was it Zack Snyder's Justice League?
No.
Oh.
I
Alright.
rewatched Gettysburg this week. 4.5 hours. Just saying.
Once Upon a Time in America is 4 hours and 11 minutes.
That's a
Ooh,
long one.
Here's one. I got 3 contenders here.
Okay.
So, 4 contenders. Wow. This one's called Satan Tango. It's 7.5 hours long.
What?
This one's
What?
called Reason. It is 14.5 hours long. We've got The Cure for Insomnia, which is 87 hours long. Or we've got
That's a
Ideally-
funny title.
Ideally, he would start watching the movie and it would finish at about next week when it's time for the
Yeah.
podcast.
Beijing 20.
that one works.
Why? There's just movies at like a Cinematron, 156 hours.
What?
Whoa.
All right, let's go back to scariest movies ever. Give him like those those quarantine movies, like when you were. Remember those? Not like quarantines and COVID quarantine. Like the movies were just
The
called
actual
quarantine.
quarantine movies. Yeah, I think I know which one you're on about.
Contagion?
Like no, like this movie. Like this one. If I can get my thingy up screen. There we are.
Why are people making movies these long?
Money.
Yeah, what are they doing? Or art?
There was an experimental film in 2012 called Logistics, which is a Swedish experimental film. It goes for 51,420 minutes.
Oh, it's just the freight vessel? Is that? I think I've heard of that.
So, do you remember this movie, Quarantine?
Quarantine. That does not
Ah.
ring any bells.
It is ringing a bell.
Who's in it? Anyone we know?
No.
But
That's how you
the
know it's good.
logistics thing, am I right? It's just like a view of a cargo container as it like traverses the like world on a boat,
Here we go.
and it's just a camera that's on it.
Apparently,
They follow the production cycle of a pedometer in reverse chronological order.
If you want the most jump scares, apparently
Pedometer.
that was Host from 2020 has a considerable number of jump scares in it.
Host?
Looks like it's a fucking Zoom movie.
Okay. We've got Sinister. Could be a bit scary.
Sinister. Is that Ethan Hawke?
That is Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's good.
Ooh.
It's very good.
I haven't seen it.
Very creepy one.
Yeah. I want something that's really gonna like fuck
me
Braden
up.
up.
What's Drag Me to Hell like, Choppy?
Nah, that's fun.
That's fun.
Drag Me to Hell's fun.
If you want to
Oh.
fuck him up, give him All Quiet on the Western Front.
No, like there's gotta be it's a bit of a spook.
If it's got to be a spook, then
Or should it just be awful?
Requiem for a Dream.
Maybe
Mr. Reagan.
Oh,
maybe
Yeah,
Winnie
if
the
we
Oh
Pooh.
wanna-
no!
psychologically fuck him.
Maybe Winnie the
Exactly.
Pooh
That's what I'm
Garden
out to
Hunt.
do.
Surely not.
What?
Oh, make him watch Syndokia, New York.
Make him
Sorry,
what?
what?
I need to
What
get the
movie was
title.
that, Chris?
Sindo something, New York. Sindochi, New York.
I don't want the
Sindano-
best horror movies. I want the scariest.
I want it to be bad
I
and
like-
scary.
I like Chris's idea of making him watch Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Have you seen it?
I have not seen Requiem
Oh,
for a
you
Dream.
won't sleep.
You
You're
won't enjoy it.
mentally not going to be prepared.
you will not enjoy it.
Imagine watching that and American Psycho and
No,
American History
but,
X back to back.
Yep, that's a thing that no normal person has ever
Yeah,
done.
no one's ever done that. That would be insane.
We
Say
didn't think
American
that was a good
Psycho.
idea.
Oh,
No, American
God.
History
No.
X.
Requiem for a Dream sounds depressing as hell.
Yeah, I think you're gonna watch Requiem for a Dream.
Not
I
not
think-
American Psycho. American what?
American History X.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Then
Yes,
back to
much
back.
worse combo. Much worse.
American Psycho
Man.
would be a bit of fun.
Yeah, exactly.
I could,
That's
do,
what
I could do that after.
that was going to be my
Requiem
issue.
for a
I was
Dream.
be like, yeah, American Psycho is like not creepy crazy. Well, it is, but you know what I mean. It's fun.
All right, Brady,
I've
He's a
also not
psycho
seen
and
American Psycho.
We're watching him kill people and we're enjoying it. You know.
you've made your bed.
All right, so I have to watch Mission Impossible, Fallout, and
Requiem for a Dream.
What a
Jesus,
double
alright,
feature.
Far out.
Mm.
That's well, okay. Which can I at least do them in Requiem for a Dream and then Mission Impossible?
You watch
Fallout?
Requiem first. That will affect how you enjoy Mission Impossible. I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I don't want it to ruin my Mission Impossible enjoyment.
I
It
think
might.
It will ruin it no matter
I
what.
think you ruined it yourself.
First time I saw Requiem, my head was buzzing for like 12 hours. Like, could not sleep.
Oh, great. Lovely. Yeah, oh god, okay. All right. Well, with that, Alex, I want you to actually give us the rundown on what you've watched this past week, because it is great list.
Sorry, I have something on my other monitor, and it's really distracted me for a second.
Is that Logan?
Why are you watching
That was
wrestling?
I just had the urge earlier to watch
Put it
the Logan Paul Roman Reigns Crown Jewel match because
Fair enough,
it was
honestly.
excellent. So yeah, I gotta get my own letterbox list out.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
There was a bit of controversy with Logan and his drink.
In Australia?
Remember that? I think it was in America actually.
Oh really?
It's an energy drink, isn't it?
People were saying Prime has too much caffeine.
Yeah, so Prime
And-
Energy has
Now,
like 5
let me
times.
finish. A lot of people were like, "There's plenty of drinks on the shelf, energy drinks that have the same amount of caffeine." Because that's what Logan was saying.
Yeah.
And he's
It
right.
wasn't true. Oh, he's right.
But from like the FDA's perspective, you should be banning all of those. Like you're on the right track. That this is wrong.
So
And it's like they just noticed, like, oh, this famous guy made this drink and it's got like a dangerous amount of caffeine and sugar. Maybe we should look into this. And his defense is like, yeah, it's already on the shelf. There's plenty of Monster.
You got to stop mine. You got to stop all of them.
Yeah, these are everywhere. This is the standard.
I know it was actually an issue in Australia because it had like I think it took so long for it to get cleared here. The energy drink. I think now it's just available in OTRs.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's popped up.
I haven't seen it yet in anything, but I know here like I'm not. See, now I'm second guessing it because I thought for Australia it had 5 times the amount of the recommended caffeine in caffeine drinks.
Someone
cafe
said
drinks.
it has as much as like 6. One can of Prime has the caffeine of like 6 cans of Coke, which sounds sickening.
what's
But
Red
then,
Bull
yeah,
got
that's not that different to like V and Red Bull. Like they're all pretty toxic for human consumption, especially kids. Please do not let your kids
But it's all they
drink
drink,
Prime
man.
or energy drinks.
I like let them drink the hydration one. That's mostly harmless because it's mainly coconut water.
It's just sugar water.
It's all sugar water.
It's not even sugar water. It's like the
specifically caffeine and sugar water all loaded together.
It's not sugar water. It's like the sweeteners. I think like because you can't lie on the thing, can you?
Fake sugar water.
Yeah, you can't. So it's got 0 sugar in it and 0 carbohydrates in it.
Yeah, I have heard about the way they get around the no sugar thing.
It's like artificial sweeteners, which technically aren't sugar.
Yes, but there's some of them that are like exactly the same as sugar. Like they're even derived from cane plants.
It's
but
sugar,
somehow
but not
they're
sugar.
like one of the really famous sweeteners is
It's
literally
like-
made from sugar.
Yeah.
Like
It's like, Mum,
just,
can we get sugar? No, we've got sugar at home. Sugar at
we've
home.
refined this slightly differently, so we're not calling it sugar. Basically, is what's going on.
No,
in
it's
some
got
places.
healthy sugar in quotations.
I think
Yes.
watermelon sugar is the best sugar.
Watermelon sugar.
There
I
you go.
agree.
Alrighty, so let's start this off, I guess. And best way to start it off is in the middle, and then we'll go up, and then periodically we'll cut back.
Well,
to
we
the
were
beginning.
gonna find out how you're doing, Alex, from finding out what movies you've watched, which
Yeah.
are apparently weird, but we never got to them.
We'll do that now quickly. So number 1, I got off a plane at LAX with my dream. No, so I got off a plane at Brisbane Airport, where I immediately went and had a croissant, and
Nice.
went to the 10
Wonderful.
o'clock showing of Asteroid City, at a little theater because we had time to kill before our accommodation was ready.
That's the most like artsy adult thing I've ever heard.
Mm.
I had a croissant.
I got off the plane at the airport. I went and had a croissant, and then I went and saw the latest Wes Anderson film at a small theater.
It's like the most Wes Anderson film too. This is like his end game. It's everything that Wes Anderson has been doing, like, and he's put it into one movie.
And how about the croissant? Was it a flavored one?
No,
Just a
okay,
plain-
so it was a ham and cheese croissant, right? Absolutely loving it. Bit into the middle, cold as ice.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had to do a Karen. Please heat this
Oh,
up.
you took it back. You
Yeah,
took it
like,
back.
you can't eat a cold as ice croissant. Like, you can't. Like, there's so like I will eat under room temperature chips if they've just been sitting out for a bit at a place. Like, I can't do a cold croissant.
It's just not right.
It's just not.
Yeah,
It
I
wouldn't
can't
be
do
right.
conflict. I'm biting down. I'm biting down on the croissant.
I
that
hate it too.
situation.
It's like it's to the point where it's like I would have just not eaten it, and like if it gets to the
Yeah.
point where like I had paid for it at that point, I like Anyway, so
So
Asteroid City.
Asteroid City.
That's right.
It was fine. It was it was a lot. It is about we're watching a play. Like it's the whole like the actual Asteroid City story is a play, and then we keep cutting to watching how the play was formed, but it's very Wes Anderson, so it makes hardly any sense. And Bryan Cranston narrates it a lot. He stands there and he does a lot of narrating. And Edward Norton, it's got every Wes Anderson
Yeah.
person ever in
Got
it.
everyone.
And yeah, I don't think the movie just worked for me. I didn't think it worked very much for me.
Mm.
I'm sure if you love Wes Anderson, you're gonna cream your little panties. Over
Bill Murray?
Jesus.
Bill Murray's in this one?
no Bill Murray,
Oh, no Bill Murray.
but Steve Carell.
Yep.
So it was good. It was a good film. Just I didn't love it.
Yeah.
There is a
Was
hilarious
it-
scene though.
Was it leaning too hard into the Wes Anderson?
Oh yeah, it's all Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
No, there was this fucking scene where an alien, because like, it's about like an alien. The play itself is about an alien coming to, like, a famous city where they've had a meteorite, an asteroid. Some might say.
Oh.
Oh.
And like the alien comes down, and it's very funny because the alien's just so like, it kind of looks like K2SO from
Oh yeah.
like black, lanky, and two really big eyes that just look at them, and it's
Yep.
it's a very funny scene. So yeah, that was fine. Cinema was good. Popcorn was pretty good.
Nice.
Oh, Choc Top, best Choc Top I've ever had in a movie.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa,
Watch
that-
out.
best
At least
Choc
that was
Top.
something.
Well, it's open with that. Jeez.
Dendy.
We had 10 minutes on the croissant, and you bookend it with this Choc Top story. Oh my gosh.
So Dendy Cinemas at South Bank, I think.
Yep.
No, not South Bank. I don't know. Dendy Cinemas, wherever, Port Side, I think. You're doing your croissants well. Not croissants. No, you're doing your Choc Tops well. Yeah, really good, really nice. 10 out of 10, Choc Top. Loved it. Anyway, moving on. Then we went back to the villa and we were like, hey, what's this 2000s movie with Jason Biggs and Oz's girlfriend from American Pie? So 2 American Pie alum in one movie, and it's called Loser, and it's fucking awful.
Oh, that's the bloody music video for Teenage Dirtbag, right?
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's okay. Yeah, Jason Biggs is in a weird beanie or like a little like Minnesota cap. It's like one of those. It's this. I can show you. It's this. He wears this for the whole film.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Dude, they filmed the Teenage Dirtbag, like much more memorable than the movie. Also,
Yeah.
yeah, music video on that set.
It is. So obviously, you recognize her from American Pie. If you do, which is Oz's girlfriend. Yeah. Look, it's got not good things in it because it's not good at all. Like there's got some bully. It's just a really bad. He's got 3 evil roommates that like. There's a whole plot where they roofie women, and yeah,
Oh.
Ooh, that sounds like a great plot.
like he doesn't
wow.
roofie women. His three roommates, evil roommates, do it,
Yeah.
and it's just not good. I don't really remember much from it, and I'm glad I don't because it sucked.
Damn.
But
Well, yeah, it appears that the best thing out of it was the Teenage Dirtbag.
Yeah.
just-
Wow.
Is her boyfriend a dick?
her boyfriend's Greg Kinnear.
Does he bring a gun to school?
No.
Are you guys not familiar with the lyrics to Teenage
No.
Dirtbag? Not seeing much reactions here.
Yeah. So then we're like, we just watched a really bad movie with 2 American Pie people in it. What should we watch next? Oh, American Pie 2. American Pie
That's a
American
good
Pie
train
2
of
is
thought.
great.
Yes,
It's
I
like
can back that.
it's on par. It's like the first one I like a bit more, and I think it's a better made and paced movie. But like number 2's got some like iconic moments in it. And it's got and I think we all just want to rent a beach house with the boys.
Oh yeah.
Um, So then after that we watched Serendipity. I'd never seen this before, but my friend raved on about this movie, and it's basically a rom-com where the 2 love interests don't share a single scene together for about 80% of the film.
They're
Mm.
both in relationships, aren't they?
They are. So basically
They are.
they meet for one night where they're both in
This
relationships.
is the Cusack.
Yeah, it's
Cusack
Cusack.
special.
This is a Cusack Beckinsale special.
Cusack cocktail.
Mm-hmm. They basically meet, spend a really great night together in New York, like just like talking and doing things, falling in love, and they,
As one does in a film.
as they do in a film,
Meet cute.
it was a meet cute, and then they basically kind of go, if this is meant to be, we'll find our way back to each other. Like they don't exchange any names. Basically, he just writes his name down on a like $5 bill and then pays with it. And it's like if like it's kind of thing like if it works its way back to you, we're meant to be together. And then she writes her name in a book and puts it in a like he knows the book. She's like, this is a book. I'm gonna write my name in it tomorrow and take it to a random bookstore. And if you find it, it means we're meant to be together. Then it cuts to like 5 years later, and then
Well, that's fun.
it's good. It's a really good movie.
It is a good one. I remember this one. So
Yeah.
it must be good.
Yeah, it was.
I'll tell you one thing. After Googling it, I hate every single font that they used on any of the posters or cover art. Holy moly, they are terrible.
Right, Serendipity. Come on.
Yeah, look up Serendipity and look at the fonts used. It's either this skinny ass little piece of shit or it's this big curly whirly thick lad. Like, oh my god, the fonts are atrocious.
I don't know if it ruins the movie, but the scene where his bit gets back to him is like really good.
The book.
I remember, yeah,
The
because
book is great.
he's gonna marry his fiance, right?
Yeah, and she gives him the book. Spoiler.
As a wedding gift.
Yeah, she gives him the book as a wedding gift because she's like, every time we go into a bookstore, you look at this book and you never buy
Oh
it.
my god.
And she's like, so
Yeah.
I went and bought it for you. And he opens the book and,
And
it's
he
got her
knows.
name.
He knows.
Yeah.
He just like, oh no,
No.
and he
Yeah.
opens it.
Yo,
Yeah.
a screenwriter absolutely like went to heaven when they wrote
Yeah.
that bit.
It's really good. I recommend people watch it.
I literally,
That's
I
awesome.
haven't heard of this movie in years, and I can see that scene. Like
Yeah.
I can remember the colors. It's in
Eugene
like a reddish
Levy-
room.
Eugene
Like,
Levy's in it, and Eugene
Sorry?
Levy he's a great. He plays like I think like a department store worker, who is fantastic. He steals every scene he's in.
Nice.
And yeah, really good movie. What my friend pointed out, what really makes it work is that there's a side character. His best friend in the film has like a full character arc and like a full like character to him, which works really well, and it really works well within the movie and elevates the movie. But
Nice.
yeah, they've got excellent chemistry for as little screen time they share, and it's so believable.
That's cool.
So then he made me watch a rom-com I never watched, so I'm like, fuck it, my turn. And we put on Crazy Stupid Love. Now, I don't know if anyone here's seen Crazy Stupid Love, but everyone should watch
who's the
Crazy.
actors?
It is Steve Carell, Julianne Moore, Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone,
Oh, yep.
Kevin
Great
Bacon.
movie.
Awesome
That's a
movie.
lot of people.
Yeah. It's one of those movies where like there's a few separate stories happening at once and then they slowly start to converge.
It's
That's cool.
It's like there's another British one which is the same.
Love Actually.
Yeah.
Mm.
A bit like that. There's a reveal in the third act, which is like, I'm so glad I watched this with someone who'd never seen it because it's like it's such a great reveal. And yeah, really great movie. Ryan Gosling's great. Steve Carell's great. Just really funny and works really well.
Nice.
So the
I
next
remember
day,
the Gosling and Carell chemistry is really good in that
yeah,
movie.
and then Gosling and Stone were good enough to kind of make another film together. I'm not sure you guys have heard of it. It didn't win Best Picture. It was La La
Nope.
Land. Anyway, so next up, Ghost Boat. Oh, sorry, Ghost Ship. This was the next day.
Is that on purpose? Or that
What?
did you just like recall it as Ghost Boat, or were you trying to be funny?
I'll just keep calling it Ghost Boat because
Yeah.
it's
Ghost
like
Boat.
the movie's not cool enough to be called Ghost Ship. I can't wait to show you I'm showing the end of this movie.
Okay.
Because it's awesome. No, so the
Oh,
opening of this
bless.
film, it has had a really good opening where it's like,
Okay, but
it's
what's the context of you watching this movie?
oh, it's so dumb. We went out for breakfast and then, oh no, we went out for breakfast. We went bowling. Then my mate's like, we'll go back to the hotel for a bit. Oh no, the villa for a bit. But I don't really feel like staying in the villa for the rest of the day. So we'll go out and do something else after. I'm like, cool, let's do that. We'll just go back there
Yep.
for like 5 minutes.
Mhm.
And then we get back there and he puts on Ghost Ship, just finds it on Stan. And I'm just like, I guess we're watching Ghost Ship now. So
Holy shit.
Ghost Ship, this movie's got a pretty great opening and it had us hooked with the opening where there's all these people dancing on like a old-timey like cruise ship, and they're all like kind of dancing, enjoying this person singing. And then a piece of wire falls through and chops everyone in half but one little girl because she's too short. Really brutal, really gruesome. And yeah, and then we're like, oh, that's awesome. All right, this movie's got to be good. We looked at no reviews for any of the movies we hadn't seen. We just watched them.
Amazing.
And
That's a good way to go into a film. Just having no clue if it's good or bad.
yeah, so cool. But yeah, so that happened, and then we watched the movie, and the movie's a fucking stinker. So boring. Such a bad horror film. If it's meant to be a horror film. Like,
Didn't
it's
blow
kind
its
of
load in that first scene.
To me, they were going for like a mummy on a boat with ghosts, and it just didn't work at all.
That sounds like a different movie that you went and saw this week, but we'll get
no,
to that.
we'll talk about that because that movie was a bit of fun. This one was not so much.
Ooh.
But anyway, so yeah, so can I show the ending?
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right, cool.
Spoilers for the, I assume, 2000s movie Ghost Ship.
Ghost boat ship. Alright.
Ship boat.
All right, here we are.
So-
Ghost Ship.
So-
What is this soundtrack?
Right.
This is the end?
This is the end. Look, here's our lady heroine,
Yep.
and we're about to see the villain.
Our final girl.
That's the movie. It's the end of the movie.
Oh my god, that was so bad.
It's like a dramatic scene from like a kids show.
Yeah.
Like the no.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The
Yeah,
music-
I felt like I was just watching like H2O just add water. or
Doesn't the
something.
music kind of make it a bit better though?
Oh, the music
yeah.
makes it a little bit better, but like, my god.
There's a scene where a guy follows a naked ghost into the opening of an elevator, and he goes to touch her and he falls through and dies in the elevator shaft.
That's fun.
Very
Bummer.
dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, people were really liking the ending of this movie on the YouTube comments. Ghost Boat. Go watch it if you like ghosts and boats. Or boats and hoes. Anyway, so
Oh,
after
Ghost.
Ghost Ship, we're like, hey, let's stick to a boat themed movie. So let's go watch 4 middle-aged white men go on a canoe trip down a river. And so we watched Deliverance. This is one that I just saw and I clicked on because I was like, Burt Reynolds and John Voight can't be bad, right? And I was right. It can't be bad because it was actually a really good movie. And I didn't know what the movie was about. And so these 4 friends, they're kind of canoeing on the water, having a good time, looking at what's left of America and shit. And
It's definitely a good one to go in not knowing anything about.
okay, so should I not say anything?
Oh no, you should keep going.
Okay, I'm just gonna say what happens. And and then two of them stop off to kind of have a break, and the other two have kind of drifted back a bit. And these two stop off for a break, and they run into two hillbillies. Oh fucking hell! Every time I touch this camera, it fucking falls. That's not good. Hello, this is a new camera angle.
New angle.
I have to squeeze over here.
Gotta keep it interesting halfway through the show.
Yeah, and basically they meet two hillbillies who proceed to rape one of our main characters.
At
Whoa.
bow point, right? At crossbow point.
At gunpoint, shotgun
Oh no,
point.
at gunpoint. Yeah.
I thought you
Someone
said
had a crossbow at
I
some
thought you
point.
said at boat point.
That would
We'll
be a nice
ram
way to
ya.
threaten someone. Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, in this case, there was some ramming. either way.
yeah. No, don't worry. The case of I said that before I thought.
Yeah,
Of
I watched your face as you realized.
Yeah.
it.
Are we done being silly?
Oh, it does.
Yeah, so they end up raping one of the guys, which is where I learned where South Park got
I
the
was about to ask.
the Indiana Jones, Steven Spielberg and George Lucas raping Indiana Jones that Stan dreams about.
I was going to ask at which point did you go? Oh, this is
Yeah.
Indiana Jones from South Park.
Squill.
Mm.
And drop them britches. You better drop them britches, boy. So yeah, the rest of the movie is really cool though. Like in terms of like what happens, like it's one of those ones where like you don't feel good, because like then they start getting paranoid that because they kill one of those hillbillies because the other two friends like see what's happening and they kill one of them, and then they're like, well, we can't report this like dead body to the police because we're in hillbilly territory. Like they're just gonna kill us probably.
They're gonna side with them.
Yeah, and then they're just like, well, we're just going to bury the body because this place is about to be like a dam's about to be put up, and this place is going to be underwater anyway.
Oh.
So they do that, and then they start getting a bit paranoid because one of their other guys pulls out a boat, and they think he got shot, but I think he just like passed out or something because he was very not on board for leaving, like covering up what happened, and he kind of like passes out, falls out the boat, and they assume that he got shot by a hillbilly on a hill. So one of them goes up to the top of the hill to kind of like see what's happening, and he sees a hillbilly with a gun, and he kills him. And they find out later that it's not like that guy was just up there. Their friend just passed out, fell out the boat, and drowned. Crazy, right?
Whoa, this is just like a series of unfortunate events.
So these victims are now victimizing innocent hillbillies, maybe.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a really good movie, and like at the end, they kind of go on like the perfect amount past like them being found and like them talking to the police, being like, "Hey, this is what happened to us and a few guys," like telling their story, like lying, of course.
Yeah.
And then like the police clearly don't believe them, but they have nothing to say otherwise, and they're just like, "Just leave and never come back here."
Wow.
So yeah, it was a good movie. Saw Talk to
bad.
Me again. We've talked about that many times now. Then the last movie I watched for the week. Oh no, I watched two more technically. I watched one on the plane on the way home, which I'll talk about because it's still a new movie. We had a choice between going to see Gran Turismo and Dracula. Sorry, this is pissing me off because it's called Dracula: Voyage of the Demeter here, but in the US it's called The Last Voyage of the Demeter, which is such a better title.
That is.
Wait, does it not have Dracula in the title?
Yeah.
Wait,
Why
it
does that
doesn't
work
have Dracula
here?
in the title?
Why does that work in Australia but not in America?
I
What?
don't know. So in Australia it's called Dracula, the Voyage of the Demeter. And then in America, The Last Voyage of the Demeter, which I like a lot better if it was called The
Oh,
Last
that's
Voyage.
wait. I'm gonna change the title on this YouTube video and podcast episode to that.
Yeah.
That's such a better title.
So
So curious as the marketing decision, like Australia, they'll go see Dracula. They're into
Well,
it.
yeah.
But America,
You put Dracula
let's
in
not
the
tell
title,
them.
they're there.
So this movie
Yeah.
is based off one chapter in Bram Stoker's Dracula novel. It's a captain's log chapter that basically is just like a captain's log of what happened on this voyage on this ship called the Demeter. Basically, Dracula basically set up everything. He needed a way to get from wherever he was to London, and he set up this like vessel, this cruise ship. It was all planned and set up by him, and he was just gonna like kind of stow away in one of the crates on the ship. He had a few people in there in other crates that he was gonna like use as blood banks.
Yep.
Um, like yeah.
Pretty cool.
And yeah, so really cool idea in the story. And I'll give the movie this. The movie looks great. It is.
I had low expectations of this just
So-
based on the name and the poster.
Trust
But then
me.
I saw the trailer for it before. I think it played before Talk to Me when we went and saw it,
Yeah.
and I was like, that didn't look as bad as what I thought it would be.
So it looks, it's so. They use sets. They use locations. They use
good.
like the characters are dirty. Like they've got like soot and stuff and dirt on them. They look like something that I feel like everyone in movies nowadays, no matter even movie like period movies,
Yeah.
look too clean for like what time they're in. But this one they were like dirty, scruffy, and like the ship was great. It gave me major like kind of pirates vibes because we're on a boat and like we're on just like a full ship, and yeah, it was and then Dracula comes out and murders people. So Dracula, he's very much a monster in this movie and not a person.
Very much a big vampire, that Batman.
So, and the thing is that when he's practical, like it's someone in makeup and a suit, he looks awesome.
They actually have someone in a suit for it.
For some of it, there's other times where he's CG and he looks not so good.
It shows.
And it shows. So I wish there was more of the practical stuff to it. As a film with like characters and it's a bit dumb. We had a lot of fun because we were the only two in the cinema, and we went from sitting in the worst cinema we could have ever sat in the night before to sitting in the best cinema ever with recliners. We were the only two people in there. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning. We just went to the Euros shop next to it and got a brekkie Euros, which was a Euros with bacon, egg, hash browns, and sausage. And barbecue sauce. It was delicious, and we much enjoyed it in very nice personal theater, and we just had a lot of fun with it. And I ended up giving it 3.5. Look, it's probably like a 3, but I don't know. I just had a lot of fun with this one.
Holy moly! Okay, so as you were saying that, I'm watching a clip from Universal on the YouTube channel called "The Last Voyage of the Demeter." Creating Dracula featurette.
Yeah.
And I recommend just watching this, even if you don't care about the movie at all. It looks wild seeing this on a set in like the full makeup and like costume effects. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Looks horrifying.
Like the kills were good. Like it's kind of your horror movie thing where characters do really dumb shit. They find out pretty important information and do nothing with it. Yeah, and like, it's good. It took some risks that I have not seen a movie done in a long time, though, in terms of what characters they kill. Like very, very like shocking and very refreshing.
Oh my! I can't keep watching this clip. It's terrifying.
Like,
seeing him crawl around is so gross.
So yeah, fun pirate swashbuckling
monster movie. That's cool.
And then
you know what? I'm happy that is better than I expected it to be.
Yeah, and I still got to watch Gran Turismo.
Yeah, I'm seeing Gran Turismo this week too.
Yeah, I would have saw it if we didn't go to a theater that wanted to charge $26 for a ticket. So
Yeah, that's hefty.
but on the way, so the night, like one of the nights there, No Hard Feelings came out on VOD, which is the Jennifer Lawrence one. And I rented it. Oh, I bought it. I was just like, fuck it, I'll buy it and watch it. And like we all sat down to watch it, and we got 20 minutes into it, and there was not a single joke in the movie, so we turned it off. So I was like, fuck it, I bought it, I'm gonna watch it on the plane ride home. Ended up surprising me, not because they definitely marketed this thing like a hard art comedy, right?
They really did market it like that, yes.
It was so much more like a almost a rom-com where they don't really end up like they just end up being friends by the end because of like obviously the age difference and shit. But like it was really kind of sweet, and like the guy that plays this kid is great. And it ended up being like more enjoyable, but not in the way I think the movie wanted to be, like was
Mm.
marketed to be. Like if you're going in for like a very funny comedy, I don't think you're gonna enjoy it. But if you go in for like, I don't know, almost like a heartfelt friendship bonding thing with a few jokes, then you'll probably get there.
Mm.
Jennifer Lawrence does get fully nude and beat up a bunch of kids on the beach.
Ew.
Um, so
Wow.
that happens
That's
in the
a
movie.
sentence I'd never thought I would hear.
Mm.
But yeah, I enjoy. I gave 3 out of 5. I thought it was alright. That's it. Oh, I watched Spider-Verse on the plane too.
Nice.
Yeah, I got last 30 seconds of that to watch.
30 seconds.
They
You
told me
couldn't
to
finish
put.
the
They
30
told me
seconds.
to put my shit away, man. I was like, it's about to cut to black where he goes.
It's like this. It's 30 seconds.
No, like,
Hold the
sir,
landing,
they're like,
please.
sir, we've already grounded and played in Sydney. Please calm down.
Bless. Goddamn.
All right, that's
Well,
me.
Thank you for the update and all the brand new movie reviews.
Yeah.
What else have we all been watching?
I'm done. I gave you everything. 40 minutes of shit. You guys go.
A lot.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
Um,
interested. I'm interested to see what Michael and Christian have to bring to the table before I bring what I'm bringing.
Rewatched a few things. Definitely talked about. Rewatched Gettysburg, one I've talked about before a lot. Very long movie. Very passionate, historical, accurate movie. One of those great historical flicks, you know, on the list.
Christian
And
classic.
also watched Last Samurai,
Is
which
it good?
not as renowned for accuracy, but it's good. It's good.
I've
You
never
can't
seen it.
not say it's good. That's the problem. It's just like it gives you Tom Cruise, a Tom Cruise action movie. It gives you the period. It gives you
Whoa, I don't want the period.
awesome, beautiful Japan. Like, and it gives you a vague history.
2.5 hours.
So like the little it's a long one. The little things don't matter because
Billy Connolly?
it really sells the setting, which is the whole movie really, because it's a very very theme based film. Like it's just so like if you like Japan, you like samurai swords, this is your movie.
Yeah.
And the only thing is it is your classic white savior. You know, Tom
Incredibly
Cruise comes
whitewashed.
in
Peter
and
Pettigrew's
becomes
in it.
Tom Cruise comes in and becomes the best samurai, obviously.
Yeah,
The white
'cause
man
he's the white man.
in a year becomes like the great best samurai, yeah. But yeah, it's good. Its worst crime is that they say that the samurai in the movie don't use firearms because it's dishonorable, which is the most like Disney history thing to think ever, because the samurai have been using guns against each other for hundreds of years because they're great warriors, and great warriors will take advantage of
Use everything
fire
in their
sticks.
arsenal.
yeah. So it's ridiculous that they say that. Yeah, the real samurai used firearms, and that wasn't a point at all at the time.
Bless.
But it made the movie cool, and I think it adds to the idea of modern versus traditional culture. I think that's why they bring that aspect into the movie, to really sell that divide, even though they both would have had guns. So yeah, Last Samurai.
Bit of fun.
Check it out.
It is.
Nice. Michael, you got anything to?
yes. So the only thing that I have is a new series
Ooh.
of a show that we've all watched at least the first season of, at least 2 out of 3. It's Only Murders.
Ooh, I do need
I
to get on.
remember Gemma, maybe like a week before it came out, had like offhandedly mentioned that it was coming out like last week. And then I just completely and utterly forgot. But even before that, I completely and utterly forgot they were doing a season 3.
Yeah.
So it sort of
just
hit
came out of
sort of
nowhere.
hit Wednesday night, and she turned to me. She's like, "We're gonna watch the new episodes tonight." I was like, "What do you want about? New episodes of what?" And then it was
You're
Only
like,
Murders.
Succession's ended.
So we got a double drop last week of Only Murders episodes.
Nice.
Return of the gang of podcasters, in which the podcast hasn't started yet in 2 episodes, but
Fair enough.
it's good. I'm enjoying it. I forgot that Paul Rudd was in this season.
The new
And
edition.
Meryl Streep still is in it too.
Is Paul
So-
Rudd in it much?
He's been in a fair bit the past 2 episodes, I'd
Good.
say. Been in a bit.
Cool.
But it sort of starts with a murder not in the building,
Oh, well then,
and
wrong
then
title.
and then it turns into a murder in the building. And
Oh, that's the
Ooh.
right title.
I'll let people watch it.
Ooh,
But
very
I
exciting.
think I just like the
That's
dynamic the three have. I enjoy it. I think they work pretty well together. So even if it's not a great season, I'll probably just end up chuckling along with them anyway.
Yeah.
I stopped watching.
Yeah, I still need to watch season 2.
Same.
I think
I do really want
season
to,
1
though.
was just so good. I don't think they're gonna really be at a top.
Yeah,
what
because
they
it just
did
came
this
out of
season.
nowhere and it was just
It did,
excellent.
and I don't think anyone expected like that from those three. Just like for it to work, and I think they did the whole who did it sort of thing.
Yeah,
pretty
they did a
well.
great whodunit with that first season. So
Mm.
I am interested to see what they do in the second
But
season. And then
season
obviously
season
where
2
it
is still
goes.
pretty good. So we'll see how this goes. It's got 8.8 and 8.9 so far in the first 2 episodes of the season. So
Very respectable. Very nice.
yeah, that's all. That is actually all I watched. I think.
Very nice. Well, I have one thing that I have watched this past week, and it is a fairly new thing. I watched the entirety of Heartstopper. Over on Netflix, you can find Heartstopper season 1. It came out a little while ago, and I hadn't watched it because I wanted to read the graphic novel. And then season 2 was coming out, and Mikhail was like, "Braden, Jesus Christ, you have to just watch this already so that we can watch season 2 together." I was like, "Okay." We proceeded to binge watch through the entirety of season 1 and then the entirety of season 2. And oh my god, this show is just the sweetest thing on the planet. It's so good at its representation and the way they show the awkwardness, but also the really innocent, sweet side of queer love, like as a teenager. How they represent that and across all these different characters and like each of their different experiences. Oh my god, just so well done. Like the show is obviously held together by the fact that you cannot help but love these two main characters, Nick and Charlie.
Right.
Like they are the sweetest couple and you just want the best for them at all times. And for anyone who doesn't know what the plot is, it's basically about Charlie, this out gay person at school, has a crush on this rugby player in the year level above him, and he is just like, "Oh, I have this stupid crush on this guy," and then the other guy starts sort of questioning himself and like finding himself that yeah, he does actually really like Charlie back, and turns out he's bi, and they address that really well. And yeah, they really delve into every single side of like sexual orientation and like gender. It's just awesome. I really loved it. You get this great little cast of characters where everyone kind of represents a different group, and it's just so well done. It just makes you smile. I absolutely bawled my eyes out at the end of season 1 when he comes out to his mum, who is Olivia Colman. And it's an incredible scene. I highly recommend it. It's just very sweet. And just so touching. And yeah, I was just a wreck. I was crying my eyes out. Season 2 didn't get me to cry like that per se, but like I feel like it had some really strong moments in it that I think are gonna hit some people who are like going through some of this stuff themselves. Which I mean is kind of what this show is for. Like it's for like teenagers to watch it and feel, oh, that's what I'm going through right now. I feel that exact way. And yeah, it deals with parenting relationships and love and loss and just friendships and growing apart and cutting toxic people out of your life and going on school trips to Paris, which is just nice. But yeah, I absolutely adore it. They are already confirmed for a season 3,
Cool.
and I can't wait. It's gonna be great. I highly recommend if anyone just needs something to give you a nice warm fuzzy feeling in your heart. watch Heartstopper season 1 and 2.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
Lovely.
Yeah, it was just, and also the graphic novels are great. And everyone should check them out.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, that is it for Wild Wild West of episode 215, where we talked from ghost boats to falling in love through books and $5 bills and
Samurai.
Dracula.
We hit
and white
we
samurais.
hit a lot of genres today.
I
Hey,
think
Already across-
We
if you
casted
really-
across the
a
board.
wide net.
We've got raunchy comedies. I'm not talking about No Hard Feelings. I'm talking about American Pie. We've got rom-coms. We've got thriller horror.
We
We've
talked about a
got-
music video as well,
We talked
technically.
about music videos. We talked about that Dracula boat movie.
Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson, Jennifer Lawrence getting a rack out. The gay and bi teen love story, and 2 old men and a young girl solving crime on a podcast. That is, I think, the entire gamut of what you can watch on television.
Today. That's what's available today.
That's
That's
why
it.
we're here.
That's
We're- so you don't have to. We watch it so you don't have
I'm
to.
We
here
are
to
your
tell
TV
you not
guide.
to watch Ghost Ship.
boast ship.
Boat Ship. Going to a boat
Yes.
near you. They should play that movie on like those cruise ships.
Yes.
Like,
oh my god.
I want to go on like a cruise ship, and I want them to like play specifically boat related movies.
just Titanic
Yeah, Titanic.
and
Well, Titanic
I-
All
Ghost
has to
Ship.
have like a theme of disaster or horror.
Yeah,
to
you're
them.
Yep.
yeah. It's like watching air crash investigations on a plane, where it's like
it's like watching Airplane or Flying High while on an airplane.
yeah.
No, I did see they are doing screenings of the Meg 2, those big like where everyone goes out into like a big pool or an ocean, and like they're just floating there watching the movie.
Can I be completely honest?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna go watch the Meg 2.
mate,
Neither, probably.
don't,
No.
just don't.
I'm
Watch
gonna
it
I'm gonna YouTube the
it's-
last 15 minutes when it comes out.
Honestly, yeah, that's the way to
Excellent.
do it.
I'm going
That
to
is
watch
the way to do it.
Jason Statham Meg 2 highlights. Shirtless
Yep.
moments.
That is the way to do it. Weirdly,
I feel like he doesn't get shirtless anymore. 'cause he's an
no,
old
I
man.
don't think he does get his shirt off.
I feel
Oh.
like
I
I
think
feel
he just
everything's
doesn't pop
kind
it
of
off.
started to sag.
Yeah, I think he just,
He's aging.
It's like
I
Tom
think he
Cruise, where like
just
Tom
acts
Cruise,
like
you kind of don't
he's
want
invincible.
you don't want Tom Cruise to take his shirt off anymore.
It ruins the illusion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like in you watch when I was watching Top Gun Maverick, and they do a beach scene. I'm not sure if you guys seen Top Gun Maverick, but there's a beach scene in it.
You can tell that he's aged, but he's,
Yeah, you can tell
you
things.
can tell
starting
it's
to
a
sag.
50-year-old man when the shirt
Yeah.
comes off.
Yeah, you
But
can
also that film had the advantage of having been filmed years prior.
well, yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that's why he
So-
held it off so long.
So it's like this is gonna keep me looking young in the public
People would
image.
think I look like this now, but really,
If
it's a
you
mess
would
down
like
there.
to see Tom Cruise shirtless in his prime, Last Samurai,
Oh.
hey, lots of shirtless scenes of him being nursed back to health and his wounds being cleaned by a
Oh.
Japanese woman,
it's-
obviously.
People
Yep,
want to
course.
watch.
Um,
If people want to watch Dracula shirtless, then Dracula Voyage of the
ooh,
Demeter. He's shirtless for about 100% of the film. Actually, no, wrong. He's shirtless for 95% of the film.
Whoa! Okay.
Does
I'm
he
more
start with a
interested in
shirt
watching-
or put one
I'm-
on?
He ends with a
Interested to watch
shirt.
Dracula.
He ends in clothes.
Oh,
Interesting.
now I'm being reminded. I should mention Last Samurai is a Dances with Wolves remake.
Oh,
one of
Now
those.
Kevin Costner gets fully buck naked
yeah.
in Dances with Wolves,
He's not a pussy.
so worth mentioning.
Yeah.
And as far as Dances with Wolves remakes go, it's above Avatar for sure. Well above Avatar. Avatar's awful.
Oh, bless.
So Last Samurai has that.
Alex's face just
And-
dropped.
In terms of a Dances with Wolves
Sorry,
remake,
did you
Alex.
just say Avatar
okay.
was okay?
In terms of, I'm speaking purely in comparison to Dances with Wolves because it's a genre now.
Oh, okay, so this is on the Dances with Wolves scale.
Yeah, Avatar's at the
it's
bottom.
it's either Dances with Wolves or not Dances with Wolves.
No, you get Dances with Wolves is a clear topper,
Okay.
and then
For
maybe
a
the
remake
extended
of Dances
edition
with Wolves?
is below that because there's too many shots of the prairie, as we discussed. And then you have the South Park Dances with Smurfs, which is brilliant.
Oh, God.
And then Last Samurai, and then Avatar.
That's it. That's MMT's official Dances with Wolves ranking.
No, it's not. That's
If-
Chris's official. Mine goes
if you know
Avatar.
any other remakes of Dances with Wolves, email them in.
Does Avatar 2 count?
Email them.
No,
Because
that's
technically
a remake of Free Willy.
Dances with Wolves 2.
Mm.
This time we're gonna get the whale.
Does the boy go in and fuck the whale through the mouth
No.
in Free Willy?
Well, maybe it's left. It's open for interpretation.
Yeah,
It's
it's
up
open
to-
to interpretation. I mean,
it's
the
up to
movie
the
is
audience.
called Free Willy.
Free Willy.
That
No,
one time,
it's actually a
in the
metaphor,
middle of the
'cause-
film when the screen just fades to black, you know,
It's
piece
actually,
it together as you
The
will.
whale does jump over the boy, and he's looking up.
Yeah.
He's getting a good look.
Does the boy jump over that whale?
The
though?
boy freezes Willy, or the
Ooh.
whale,
Yeah,
to come in.
the
Goddamn.
boy is in
Oh,
the pool, wet
that's
with the whale. That's all.
one
we
of the
can say.
moments from the Meg 2. That's what was reminding me about.
Statham fucks a whale.
No.
Or the
There
Meg.
is definitely there's a moment where they totally could have just done a Free Willy moment, but instead it like bursts through a vent instead,
Boring.
which is way more boring. It should have just leaped out.
Cowards, make it Free Willy.
They should have done the pretend they're doing a Free Willy moment, and then
Do you reckon Jason
somehow
Statham would Free
mix
Willy?
it up.
I reckon Jason Statham would do a fully nude scene.
You reckon?
What?
I think
Oh, I'm
I
man's
think if-
freed many
I'm gonna
willies
get
in
my
his
pants
time.
off.
Actually, no. I feel like we've like missed that era of Jason Statham. I
Yeah,
feel like
if he
wouldn't
doesn't
have
want to
done
take his
that.
shirt off, he's not pulling his cock out in movies anytime soon. Like,
Jason Statham's next hit HBO show.
yeah, he's gonna be on the Game of Thrones prequel. It's gonna be a Targaryen pulls his cock out. You ever
Look,
seen
if
the
I gotta
Bold-
get my cock out,
if I gotta be in
we're
one
gonna
of
see
these,
a dragon.
if I gotta be one
I'm
of
gonna get my cock out, ride a dragon. All right.
or I've done sharks, now I'm doing dragons.
Of
And they're like,
cars, have done sharks, have done spies.
Yeah.
I've done them all. There's just one thing left to tame. It's a
Done
dragon.
crime.
Goddamn.
Bit of gypsy.
Bit
Now
of gypsies.
Now I'll be a Targaryen.
And on that,
You ever
thank
seen
you
a
so
bold
much for joining
Targaryen?
us for episode 215 of MMT.
I'd give it to that Daenerys.
You can follow us
Don't you
on your
worry.
podcast
That
service of
Daenerys doesn't know
choice.
what's coming.
You can
I'm gonna
That
subscribe over
That
on the
Daenerys is
YouTube
gonna get
channel
some
of
Free
choice,
Willy.
which is us. Subscribe over at youtube.com/Movie Talk. Leave a like, leave a comment, all that jazz. If
One
you
dragon,
leave a
we
review
can
on
get
your
to the wall
podcast
in 3
service,
days with
leave
3
a review.
passengers. That's 2
That'd be
days.
great.
That's no good.
And with saying that,
I'm Alex.
I'm Braden.
I'm Christian.
And I'm Michael.
Jason Statham, are we out of here?
We're out of here.
Okay. Thank you, Jason Statham.
The voice was different each time anyone did it, I think.
Yeah. Bye.